proper endorsement from Tommy Hilfiger. You know, looking forward to getting it bigger and better. So when it gets there as well, we would, because right now I'm listed on their radar, you know, for further, you know, talks into like a proper ambassadorial deal or into a proper work with them. You know what I mean? But as it stays, is a clean endorsement and brand association. So you see me flaunt Tommy Hilfiger anytime when I want, anyhow, you know, just because of the organic relationship that grew between me and the boss himself. Do you know what I mean? So I think this explains it better. You know.
I see. I'm curious. How is Dr. Louisa and the baby doing?
Baby? No. Dr. Louisa is fine.
There's no baby.
No.
We heard about baby rumor everywhere.
I heard about it as well. I saw those pictures.
I was thinking
all on social media. So I actually saw one picture with her face fitted on a heavily pregnant woman's body. You know, it all makes the news. It's expected of a married couple to, you know, to bring forth children. So it's not in any bad way. It's only that probably the expectation is too soon. You know, it couldn't have gotten that heavy. You know.
But is she pregnant?
Which is not even.
Is she pregnant?
No, which is not even. I hope you can hear what I'm saying. Like, it's not even there. So you know, it's only expected off. But I think it was rather too quick for the people to be expecting something out of the blues like that. So it's not. It's normal.
You traveled a few days after your wedding. How is she taking it?
I think immediately, like 2 days after I went to the BETs. Sincerely speaking, she knows what I'm into, and I know what she's into, and this is work for me as much as it's entertainment. For others, it's still work. We put in a lot of work, and you can't afford to sit at home, you know, just because of personal reasons as well. So it's something that we always work out, even before now. We've always worked it out before now. So she's okay, and I'm okay about that too.
Now, a lot of people also complain. I mean, friends, family, loved ones, radio presenters, television presenters complain bitterly about the fact that Stonebwoy had a wedding and there were no invites. Some people didn't get to go to the wedding, and up to now they are still not happy about it.
I know. I get the reaction a lot from some of them, which I sincerely apologize. But to be real as well, you know, to be real, we all know that these, so to say, I mean, weddings and birthday parties and some of these events are actually personal events. They're private events. So, you know, it's nice, it's beautiful it's beautiful to invite people, you know, close friends, families and everybody, but primarily it was going to be like a private thing for me or for us until the news, you know, broke out. So personally, we have had invitations, you know, that we were going to present to, or we're going to give to a lot of people to come. I mean, a number of people from the media, from families to come. But then, since everything blew out, you know, we had to take care of other things to make it happen. So in that way, it's nothing we could do because it has gone out of proportion. So who gets the invite? Who doesn't get the invite now? You know what I mean? This one comes and the other doesn't come, then it creates trouble. So I personally just decided that it's gone off the hook already. So this is what I'll face. So I'm not surprised. So all those who have felt a certain way that I've reached out to, I've been able to say apologies to, because I can understand them perfectly. Where they would just love to be there to give their support. So if they feel bitter about it, I'm not sure it's coming from a wrong part, but it's coming from that aspect where they would have only loved to give their support, and me not even inviting them makes them feel somewhere. I know how that feels as well, because they mean good, you know. So if they actually indeed mean good, I believe that they should forgive me by now. Also understanding the situation from my point of view, as in I would have really wanted to, but I've also wanted to keep it personal and private until the news broke out, you know, and all of that.
Yeah, so. Personal sounds a bit decorative to my hearing. Now, I want to be a bit blunt on that. Was it a secret wedding you were trying to attempt.
Even if it's secret, that's the word you would want to use to describe private secret.
That sounds more a bit decorative. Secret in the fact that looking at the background where we had a lady coming out immediately after the wedding to say that you've been together for a while now, and something that she was not expecting and all of that. So being private is more decorative, but being a secret is just to take it away from her, sort of.
No. Being private is better in that sense, not secret. Whatever happens, there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing can be hidden under the sun. When time comes, it will be revealed. So to say secret, I'd rather feel like to use secret in this phrase would feel like I have something to hide. I have nothing absolutely to
hide. The lady came out. What about that? It was everywhere. She was crying. Stonebwoy left me.
I'm so surprised that I haven't.
We had plans. I didn't know about this.
I'm so surprised that I haven't seen any. I promise I haven't seen that video yet.
But you didn't hear about it?
I heard about it, but I haven't seen that video yet. I always hear it like the way you're saying it.
Is it true?
No, it's not true. Absolutely not true.
Do you know the lady? The name that was mentioned?
I know. I'm going to treat and clear more. I know. I'm share video. Video now. I hear it from people saying that, especially from media persons like yourself, because you but I haven't. I don't have any. I haven't done any such thing to any girl. But even that, I know that a lot of people will be heartbroken. Yeah, I know. And to those, I if I have to say sorry, I am saying sorry now. So don't feel anyway. It's life. Basically, we're all living life, and it's rather unfortunate that. Or fortunate that because it is Stonebwoy, it would have to go into the news and even hurt people who really love you. I know there are some people who dream about get married to me and all of that, but realistically, it cannot be possible. And I would only appreciate the fact that they keep the support and keep the love. At the end of the day, it's only one person that we'll all get involved with at a point in time. So. Sending apologies to anybody who felt some way for not being invited, and if my reason is strong enough to get them to chill, fine. If it is not, they just have to forgive me from the inner part of the heart. I know that they mean well. They would want to support me in any way, and I still ask for their support in every way that they can. Because this is now that we need it the most.
I see. Were you worried with some of the rumors that came out? The fact that, I don't know how true it was, but the fact that you got married into a rich home, a lot of people felt that the woman was taking care of the expenses. There were some very, very,
No, Jano. I would hardly have spoken about this, but yeah,
those were rumors that were out there.
Rumors, yes, and to. I've been in to say I've been in this industry for a while, and these things shouldn't surprise me, because we're all victims and we all perpetrate the same things. We all talk about things. Some of the things we see and hear, we're like, and yes, if somebody has an opinion like that, it's their right. They have an opinion, but from the horse's own mouth, it is of no such reasons. There are richer people that I have met, and I know she has also met richer people. You know what I mean? And this is just beautiful. Someone from the entertainment scene, from the other side. It's just nice. It's just see it as that. See it as this should rather encourage people to stand by the decisions. To stand by what they believe in. That's how beautiful I see this. I do not see it beyond any such reasons, because at the end of the day, we thank God for our lives. I'm doing good in my own way. They're doing good. She's doing good. But if the focus is what is being said, I believe that there are richer people than that I've met. So,
I see. If you just join us over here on the show, we have Stonebwoy in the studio.
And if the focus was to get into with the richer person, I believe that she must have been playing with richer people from
You think you're not rich enough for her?
Saying,
you're not richer enough. Let me put it in that sense. You're not richer
I'm just saying. I'm just saying it both ways so that it doesn't, so that we get it clear. If it was for such rich reasons, I think I have met richer people, and she has also met richer people. So that's just what I'm saying. You know. So it's not even on that level. It's not even on the rich level. You have to be able to fend for yourself. I have to be able to fend for myself. We're coming together to fend for ourselves. Even friends support each other. How much more persons who have decided to come together to live, you know?
I see. Where did it start?
I remember we set out to go on an European tour, and then we kicked off a show, an all African thing in Canada, which was where I went. That was what got me outside the country first, and then after that we went into Europe to kickstart it. So we did Finland first, that I can remember. We did a couple places. We did Brussels. That was for a festival. We had like a couple shows, and you know, we just went through to tour, and the last one was in Antwerp as well, and then we came back to New York to do that one show.
That's where you got your Excellence Award.
There was 2 shows in New York. I had the first one was for the New York Carnival.
Okay.
And that was during the Labor Day weekend, and it always starts with a reggae show. So that's like the West Indies, something that, you know what I mean? It's a Caribbean thing that's been going on for years. And then and this year was our 50th anniversary that had me as an African artist coming all the way from Africa to represent, and it's the first time ever on the Reggae Under the Stars. So that alone, and that got us the citation from the
senator of New York City.
So that show went down. We went on to do the other shows, and then came back to New York to finish it up on the 8th of September, and then we're back home now. It was actually, I've learned a lot. Like, I always learn so much when I go out there, because Ghana is, but you know, it's a home. We've done all the works here. We're still here to do more and more and more. This is the foundation. But as well, with every little opportunity and in plan, I think we should be able to still do like the groundworks. You know what I mean? I always believe that you can't get big enough, because even if the Jay-Z's are still releasing albums, if the Capletons are releasing albums, if the Sizzlers are still releasing albums, I can never get big enough. So it can always get better. So always I'm on a grind.
Talking about the One African concert, which actually started your whole journey into this European tour and everything. Now, you happen to have found yourself on stage with Wizkid. How's your relationship with Wizkid?
That was before. You know what I mean? This is an all-African something also. But the one with Wizkid was the first edition of the One African concert. First ever edition.
That was where you had issues with Wizkid.
In New York. So, okay, I didn't have no issues with
Wizkid. Had issues with you?
No, he didn't have no
So
issues
what happened?
with me.
Because we were told that Wizkid disrespected you somehow.
Who said?
We had stories of that. I mean, on Wizkid's birthday, you posted something on Wizkid on Instagram. And I happen to have gone through some of the messages that came through. Some people were very livid about the fact that you're even showing Wizkid love when he didn't show you love on that stage.
Sincerely speaking, let's get back into that now. That was, I think, 2 years ago, 2016.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to find out the relationship now.
Back
exactly, the relationship now.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. But sincerely speaking, I'm good with everybody. Like, I don't put myself on persons, you know what I mean? But what actually happened at that One Africa event was the first edition, and I was the first and only Ghanaian artist on there, and I had Efia come on the show, so I had to also agree to have her perform with me, because me, I'm that open, you know. So I think, Wiz came to my dressing room, chilling, we're having a couple vibes and all of that. And then when he was going on stage as well, because I had gone on stage already, so we're all backstage. So we're going on stage. We're all backstage right when he went on stage, and then hint me to come on stage. So we do a song because I think he has a song with R2Bs, and so we wanted to put in a Ghana vibe in there. It's as simple as that. So I think somebody had my phone and recorded a video, and when I was done, I just walked off. That's all. After I did like a few, I just walked off. So I don't know how it interpreted to become he sent me off stage and all of that. How did I then get on stage in the first place? Like, you know what I mean? I know that.
So you didn't feel offended, but the fans did.
Yeah, I didn't see it that way. You know, it sometimes, you know, that things happen, things look different. You know, and I don't blame some people for seeing certain things some way, but I have to be real enough, because if I feel disrespected, then I should be loud about it. Then I should be clear that I've been disrespected. And even if I felt disrespected, I wouldn't come on social media to express my disrespect. Any to express my feeling. Anybody who knows me well knows that I'll come up to you and punch your face, Rasta. Anybody who knows me really well.
So if Whiskey had dead, you would have punched him in the face.
Anybody who knows me really well knows that I don't take disrespect. So when I walk away, then he never disrespected me. Even if you're trying to, when I walk away, then encourage me. But say, come here. You know what I mean? I'm not at all. I don't.
So you guys are cool, like
absolutely.
Your relationship.
You know what I mean? So it's just how the people saw it. You know, it's just how the people saw it. But sometimes it's like that because it's showbiz, and then other people would also capitalize on that, you know, to try to make it look some way, because we know we have other fans who are vouching for other artists, and then, you know, that gets interesting.
You think that the other side of the fans also make some of these things?
Yeah, they do make it up.
Come to think of that, there's other issues that came out from the Belgium tour that you performed on a plywood stage.
Jeez, when I saw that, I was even so happy about it, because this is plywood, right? Come on, man. Who does that? You know what I mean? There's plywood everywhere. I don't know what stage.
Was it the case? Did you perform on a plywood stage?
Yes, I did. It was a plywood stage. The stage was built with plywood. It was just not I think it was covered. But then by the time I got on there,
the covering was a bit exposed.
The covering was off. Even if it was half exposed, I've asked them to take it off, because you can trip. Exactly. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can trip. And that show was lit, because the same article I read said that it was amazing. These are Ghanaian people in Antwerp. These are Ghanaian people in Belgium, African people who want to do something for themselves, who want to start an initiative, and all African stuff. Business has gone down already. You know, everything is good. I have passion for what I do, even if it was on a bare floor, and I see it as unharmful. I would perform for them. You know, how much more they try to put up a stage, try to have you know what I mean, everything going on well. This is what they can afford, because I've done all the stages. I've done the stages with Stephen Marley's in New York but
those were not on plywood stage, were they?
I mean, I've done stages, so for me, I do not discriminate. I can't. This is what I believe in. I can't get too big. Enough,
but you were big.
You know what I mean?
Whether you like it or not,
yes,
you were big. So
absolutely,
stages that you climb on, we are worried about. What kind
these
of
are my people.
You go on.
These are my Ghanaian people. Like, once you see, I understand from where the criticism is coming, you know. But I believe, and I say this in front of all these people, like, I believe that I can't get too big, you know, not to do certain things. These are my people. I would have loved to go show love. It's just like you feeling too big not to step down when you have to. Like, I mean, when you have to. And I mean, this is simple. Stages are built of plywoods and whatever. Like I said, the covering had torn off, and that's just how simple it is.
You didn't compromise because you felt you needed that platform. Like, I mean, this I need this platform, so let me just compromise.
These
on this
are my people. Look, I didn't even take a look until the news came. I didn't even care until the news came. Like, this is Ghana. Sometimes let us watch what we say and how we criticize people, because I've seen worse stages here. I've performed on worse stages here. You see, and nobody ever spoke about, I don't know, but people fall off big stages. Like, people even trip and fall. Like, things happen, from the Beyoncés to the Rihannas. So I know this is another vibe to just try to discredit the thing. Whereas we know that, you know, sometimes you just have to watch, because it goes around and comes back around. But this is nothing to even try to discredit me for, because definitely business has gone down. everything is good. These are my people. They're waiting to see me. The stage is there. So would I not perform? Because that will be too. I'm not. Regardless of every level that I've attained by the grace of God, I can't be that cocky. I wouldn't get that until I'm not gonna. I didn't even realize it.
Your major competitor is Shata Wale. You think that the fans of Shata are behind this?
Oh, absolutely. I do not have vivid proof or evidence, but that's how it keeps going, because we all want the best for our artists. You know, my fans are up, but definitely behind me. You know, and so they loud it up when it's something good. So you know, his fans are trying to push him into the direction that they're all going, and my fans are pushing me into that. So these minor things also do cost, like they're trying to weigh and say, we did this, you didn't do that, we did this, you didn't do that. So with whatever you do, I think that fans are finding loopholes to use against each other, but some of the loopholes may not be that deep, you know, and I can't make it get to me like that, because come on, man, we form stages with woods, metals, and the rest, and that is not the worst stage. Wait for the worst one.
Would it ever get better with you and Shata Wale?
It might, and then what after that?
Are you guys doing it for the sake of the industry? Are you doing it for the money that comes with that? Because then there's rivalry. There's rivalry. There's a show. They want to put the two of you on the show because obviously it's going to gather the fans they need. The money comes.
No, but yeah, to an extent that is also true. But it's nothing that it's not something that I have planned, or I'm not sure. I don't remember him planning that with me anywhere. That okay, we're going to try and put up a stand, or you know, where people will prank them to feel like we're beefing and all of that. No, I do not have any such plans with him. So it's organic, it's natural. It's natural.
Do you sometimes get worried about this kind of relationship you have with Shata?
I do not get worried. You know, I see it as what has to be, because aside competing with oneself to get better every time, these are other things that you'd have to consider and take note of whilst growing up, because it all comes with it. So you just have to know. And I'm not sure that I'm the only one facing it. I think he faces it the more as well, because my fans would try all they can to let him know where he stands when it comes to leverage with me, and his fans would also try to let me know where I stand when it comes to leverage with him on different platforms, on different backgrounds. But you know, Beam Nation is still winning every day. They're just supporting who they love. They're just trying to be real. They're just trying to say what they can relate to, because there's a reflection of, you see, every fan that we have, every single fan that we have is a reflection of us, you know. Yeah, so that's it. I do not expect everybody to get attracted to what I have within me, or what I preach, or what my music does, or my artistry and my vibes. I do not expect everybody to, you know, same way he also cannot appeal to everybody with his vibes, but some people can really relate to that, and some relate to me. So we keep it going.
Last time in an interview, you discredited your kind of patois that you speak. He says that you don't speak the correct patois. He's been to Jamaica, and when you go to Jamaica, the kind of patois they speak there is totally different from what you are doing over here and getting credit for.
Just me?
And others. He mentioned others.
What is he doing? What does he do?
He says he does the real patois because he's been to Jamaica.
With
and
Pukpa is patois. I don't know. Maybe he and some other people speak something else. You know what I mean? Because if you're trying to discredit my patois, then you should watch yours as well, because, you know what I mean? We all do reggae dancehall, so to say. Afrobeat reggae dancehall blend. But I believe that you know what I mean? I don't, some of the things, answering it doesn't even bother me, because if Shata says that I do not speak real patois, what do I have to say about that? Like, come on, man, does he speak real patois? Right? And this is coming from him. So are you surprised? It's Shata that is saying that I don't speak real patois. Are you surprised? You should be surprised. If it was somebody else, I'd be like, oh, okay, let me see. But it's Shata. So, whatever I've done, anything that I do, he comes out with something else to just try to leverage, So I think it's going on well for him, and it's good.
The last time you guys performed on one stage, do you remember? Was it in UK?
Yeah, that's in UK after I had finished my performance.
He came after you were done with your performance.
After my
And how was it?
That was massive. Show was great. When immediately I got off stage, I headed out, but I heard a lot of other things that I wouldn't want to pay attention to.
He insulted you somehow on stage?
He always does. Like a stunt. That's what he.
Shata insulted you on stage when he came after your performance?
He always does, though. I was not there to watch, so I can't say that I saw it.
But people told you that.
Yeah, people snapping it all and all of that. And that's how he does. I don't know how he feels so intimidated, I think he should chill, he should take
You think it rides on you to get his fame or his movement going?
Yeah, as part of it. I think it is. It makes it makes a lot of sense. Absolutely. Because the day he stops beefing me, then what? If he stops beefing any of us, then what?
Shata is popular because of you.
Come on, man. He's putting in work as well. But with the statement that you said, you think he's riding on you. Yes, he is. Absolutely. Because when I take a step, he's the one that comes to say that step is not that step. Just to get the attention off that step that I took. To also be spoken about around the step. So do you not think that he's riding on me as well? So that's why I second your opinion of him riding on me. But he is not popular because of me. It plays a vital role in his popularity. But as well, I'll credit him every time for also putting in work, because I'm not the one to record his songs for him. He also puts in work. He sits down to create, to make sure that, okay, I'll bite off this guy, that guy. Why not anybody else apart from Stonebwoy? Then it makes sense that I play a very big role in his life.
Have you had people call you, like big people in the industry call you and tell you that you and Shata Wale have to resolve this, make peace? And do you sometimes have calls like that?
Not even call, not only from big persons. I think most of the talks that I'll get from people about the unity is from some of the fans, like, oh, Muyembo, and I think that they believe that it will be good. And unlike him trying to discredit me every time, I respect his act and his style as well, because I'm a professional. I should know, if I claim that I'm a professional, then I should know what tactics some other player is using. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. And he definitely must know the tactics I'm using as well. Something say it to you. Say we're down a land on Lamborghini. Said I will give them to you, just call on me, baby. Ooh, the love way I get to know the fallacy, yeah.
So what happened to the yet to be released album with Dake?
Yet to be released album, they come still now, and Dake has a couple songs on there produced, We just have to finalize and finish, you know what I mean? When I got in town 3 nights ago, I think from last night I settled down a little bit, so I hit him up, and we're trying to see if it's going to be possible, you know what I mean? Because I'm that open, I'm that free. If it's gonna be possible, then we continue to fix those songs on the album. If it's not gonna be possible, I take them off the album, and I continue with the works. Right? Because I'd love to finish them up with him, since he started the production, but if not, I would go. There's always a way to go about it.
But you guys are cool.
Absolutely, I'm cool. Yeah.
I see. Now, let me find out from you two. I'm sure maybe this will be very difficult for you. Now, in a dying situation that has Shata Wale in the picture, would you save him?
Yeah. Come on, yeah. Like I came on stage in 2015, and when I was about to present my BET and overall Artist of the Year, the Gun Foresight Music Video Awards, I called him on stage. That was a moment where I should have enjoyed the hype all by myself, presenting my BETs and the overall to the world. You know what I mean? And flaunt and be like, yeah man, this is me. Got it. All overall video, overall best male, whatever. Plus, this is the first time you guys are seeing my BETs. Why would I call, so to speak, my rival to come on stage and share the glory? You know what I mean? That's deep, you get me? And even that, I remember not only him, I remember acknowledging all of the persons who have ever played a role in this type of genre, from Yogi Doggy to Borax to all the ones that you can mention, you know, from all them man there, Sonny Bali to Pule, Terrybone Chaka, all them man there, because that was how I was feeling at the moment, that I may be the one having all of these things going on for me, winning the awards, but actually it belongs to all of us, because they have played a role one way or the other as well. So why can I not do that in the next, in another? Why can I not do that when an opportunity presents itself? I may not be able to do it always, not like I'm Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? But as and when I feel like I will.
Do you like him that much?
As a human, I do, but sincerely speaking, some of the things, everybody has the way they move. You know, you just have to, like my mother always say, you just have to steady somebody to know how to move with them. You know what I mean? So I always use that principle when I'm dealing with everybody, and I also expect people to deal with me by the same, you know what I mean, because I study you, I know what you are, who you are, what I like about you, what I do not like, what I can't take, so I wouldn't avail myself in certain ways to feed off them vibes that will get me in a bad place with you. So as human, come on man, we're doing the same thing, man. You know, that's why we have issues. If we're not doing the same thing, we will never have issues. That's why he has issues with me.
You think you're better than him? And that's why he has issues with you?
Come on, man. He's better in his... You see, some of the things... You're saying chilling come from home, so you have to make sure that you know what you're saying. I believe in myself. God knows I'm when you don't have courage in yourself, you're twice defeated in the race of life. You know what I mean? But, you know...
But you're better than him?
I'm better. I'm the best, basically. Whoever it is, I'm better than, I'm the best than. I don't care. I'm the best, and I want to be the best. I'm gonna be the best. I have more room to improve upon myself, so that's what the focus is. Definitely, me being the best will go against a lot of people. So if he agrees to put himself in that category where my best supersedes him and discourages him that much and gives him too much fright to always have me in his mouth, even when unnecessary, then I think you should ask him why.
Then I think you should ask him why. I understand now you move with bodyguards. Is that part of the deal with Xylophone Media, or you're scared of your life?
No way. You have to protect your life. You have to be scared at times, you know. Be scared. I would explain my fear as uncertainties. You do not know what may or can happen to you. This is life. You know, life is unpredictable. For that aspect, I'm always afraid. That's why I put that in the hands of God, because the unseen, the unknown, I do not know. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm well protected, even personally. You get me?
Do you have juju?
I have God. I have a supernatural
beyond God,
power.
do you have juju?
Who is beyond God? Juju is never beyond God. God is the last point. You know? So I have God. And I have God. Somebody will say Jah, somebody will say Allah. I have that one. That same one, however you call him. You know what I mean?
So you have God and you have Allah.
No, like however you call him, like whatever it is, there's a supernatural being, there's a last stop. That last stop, I have him.
Do you believe in
the
juju?
Creator of the world, the creator, the one who makes us breathe, the one who creates the universe, that one, I believe in him so much.
But do you believe in juju too?
Yeah. I believe in juju. There is juju. You know, juju is what we know as black magic, as black voodoo, you know, right? Yeah, and we're black people, and they relate to our gods as juju and voodoo. That's how they relate to our gods, and that's it. So I believe in our gods, as well, because they are ones that do good. Because I come from a home, I don't have to deny. I'm an Alakple born boy. I come from Alakple. I come from Keta. I can relate to Anglogan. You know what I mean? My great grandfathers, when I go to the village, they are there. They're praying. They've always had this with them, and some are still alive. Some have done some of the best things that other religious persons wouldn't do. So I would rather, not even go there and try to discriminate amongst who is Juju, whatever, who is Allah, who is Buddha, who is whatever. I believe in that supreme and ultimate being, which is God Almighty, the creator of life, who I pray to, who protects my life, who protects me from the unseen. But physically, I think you have to roll with persons who can do certain things, because, this is where we have gotten to and hope to get further. And like you said, definitely, I'm a big artist. I picked this from your own
absolutely
your own lips.
absolutely.
So I'm big so much so that I do not have to descend down to even accepting to perform on plywood stages, right? So that means that I have to have things right. I have to have things right, like a big artist, right? Have coverage right, so that one day when I'm dead and gone, they can play this back and say I was once here. They can have a good story to tell. They can have a story to tell, and all of that. Somebody has to make sure that one crazy guy doesn't get at me because they hate me or because they see me as a nuisance. All those ones. So it's in its right way. Mm-hmm. It's not in any way to bluff. You know what I mean? It's not in any way to rush the Ashaiman concert. I'm so happy about this one. It's the fourth one, right? Yeah, man. And I'm happy. I can remember when it all started. We wanted to keep an event for my people in Ashaiman, which will attract persons from across Ghana, regardless, And this is the fourth one that is going to be happening. I'm so excited because I've never really neglected Ashaiman. Absolutely, Sometimes it feels like, and I only, and I mean, this is the one of the ways that I can stay in touch. Bringing us together to have fun. So
do you have fans in Shukura?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know Shata Wale was disrespected somehow when he went there to perform a couple of days ago?
Really? Somebody told me that, but I think what I read was people violated an artist for disrespecting
exactly.
People.
I was just thinking maybe it was your fans that did that.
No. What I read was people violated violated in quote an artist for disrespecting him on stage. Right?
It was the other way around. I tell he was actually taken off stage. The guys were not happy about it, and they had to, disrespect him somehow.
I can't say anything about that now. Or do I have anything?
I'm only asking.
If what? You're only asking.
If you've heard and how you felt, it could have been you.
And that was I think I heard wrong. I heard the other way around. Like somebody else was disrespected for disrespecting him on stage.
No, the report we had was that he was, being they threw things against him and all of that on stage and all. I mean,
it gets there sometimes, and then I know that he knows. So, and I know he's a strong guy who would run that over. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Now, let me get to my question, my moment of truth with you. If you had to travel 100 years into the past or 100 years into the future, which would you choose and why? 100 years into the past and 100 years into your future. Which one would you choose?
I've only lived to 29 years, So if I go 100 years back, I don't know where I'll go. I wouldn't know where I'll be. Maybe I'll excuse me to say, maybe I'll be Siemens in some great grandfathers.
So you'd rather look into the future? I see. Now, if you had a week to live and could do any 5 things in the world, what would they be? Again, you have just a week to live. There are 5 things you can do. What are going to be those things that you do?
Whoa. 5 things I can do. I have only 1 week to live.
Yep.
And what do I have?
You have everything at your disposal.
I have everything at my disposal.
You only have to do 5 things and then you die.
Oh yeah, I'll share everything. I'll share everything with everybody. That's what I think I will die doing that. Sharing everything.
I see. Now, if you also won $10 million and had to spend it in 5 days, what would you buy? 5 days, $10 million.
I have to spend it all in 5 days. Oh, yeah, I'll buy properties. Lots of properties.
That's all you buy.
Yeah, lots of properties.
If after dying you can come back as anything other than a human being, what would that be?
Come back like a big tree and give shelter, you know what I mean? In one big village. Not in the city, they'll cut me down.
What's your favorite sex position?
Position.
Your favorite sex position? There's a sex before the position.
Positioning, eh? It's too early. Everybody's awake. You know, you guys, don't you have a kind of say, parental guidance? It's not after 10. Is after
that can't be the excuse. I'm taking responsibility for it, so you don't have a problem.
I tell you, I'll tweet it. I'll tweet it.
I see if you just joined us over here on the show, Stonebwoy is in the building. And Stonebwoy, okay, so officially Stonebwoy doesn't have a sex position. So you guys, now you know.
Everything goes. What you guys don't also know is that Shata likes me so much. How can you be talking about somebody every time? You know, you have to look at it from that point and also applaud him and respect him for that.
What was the expectation?
I can't even explain the love where Ashaiman get for me, and God knows, say I will do everything that I can in my own little way to keep this show running. You know what I mean? Because I know, say, the people will love what they go on here, because if somebody go put logistics together and everything to make sure, say, we all, and because Ashaiman be our own and we they represent, they feel the love too much, and I be so happy about that. And it no be just for me, and I believe, say, people know they do that because of me, or no be because of I be some boy, or I be some teen, or I be some guy, but I be because of the love way them get for Ashaiman by themselves, and the pride they feel when it be our own. So they all make them know that too.